Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Bernie here along with Pete.
Yo.
And today, guys, of course, we got the charge. We got some LeBron James drama again. Dan Gilbert, what are you doing here? We also got a little bit of what's going on with the trade free agency right now. Free agencies could be very heavily impacted this coming summer, and along with these trades that are happening. Let's get started here on the charge.
LeBron James all the way in.
And here comes Simmons the other way, 3-on-2. Simmons eludes the defender and lays it in with that. Certainly the length altered that shot. Out of the equipment, steps and crunches.
Play right there. Porzingis from Jennings, throw down and a foul.
Irving, splits the defense with the dribble.
All right, let's get started. We got to talk about it. LeBron James, of course. There's rumors, or not rumors, but now they're clear that he's obviously not going to be waiving his trade clause. There is a precedent that Dan Gilbert does not want to go over the luxury tax next year, so he is willing to keep that Brooklyn's pick, and he just doesn't want to deal with LeBron anymore because to him, he feels like LeBron is just on this yearly basis type of deal where it's just like a subscription plan to LeBron James and not really devoted, a couple, 3-4 years with LeBron James. And I'm just curious as to know what you think about this kind of obviously not going to waive his trade clause and Dan Gilbert being very stubborn by keeping the pick and not wanting to pay the luxury tax anymore.
You could almost say that LeBron is on the EA Battlefront 2 model of payment, where you pay for the full thing up front and then you still pay the tax, the subscription fee.
Yeah.
Loot Crate LeBron.
Luke LeBron.
Yeah, this is crazy. And it kind of bleeds into another topic that we're going to talk about. I think we should just combine them both, which is LeBron. There's been rumors that other teams have come trying to offer a trade for LeBron, and that he said he would not waive his no-trade clause for any team, which I think is actually pretty surprising. I was pretty surprised by that, personally.
Yeah, I don't know if like LeBron's angle here is to kind of wait it out because it'll probably bleed into another topic we'll talk about, which is free agency. So I think he's waiting for all this stuff to play out, seeing what teams make moves here. There's obviously the rumor, or not the rumor, but there is the fact that the Lakers are now trying to go to the 2019 free agency. So it looks like 2018 for LeBron is probably unlikely for him to go to LA now. I mean, never say never, but it's one of those things where it looks like it's unlikely. But I mean, we're gonna see what happens. I do feel that LeBron James, I mean, as much as it would pain me to say, I mean, it just wouldn't make sense for a franchise now to just be like, okay, we're going to have you for a 1-year rental and give away all of our pieces because you don't want another kind of Carmelo-esque deal with the Knicks again, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's no reason to trade for him, really. I mean, we talked about the Kawhi for LeBron trade. And that was just purely hypothetical. Like, we were just speculating on an idea. But really, like, why would anyone trade for him? That was almost more surprising that he wouldn't waive his no-trade clause, is that there was actually teams trying to do it. Yeah. Like, who? I just want to know who. It's got to be Houston, right?
Houston, or maybe just some, like, low team that has, $100 million in cap room, or, like, 10+ in cap room.
Maybe the Lakers, I guess.
Lakers, but I feel like maybe because LeBron said he wouldn't, that's why they're like, okay, we're just going to shift to our 2019 free agency class.
Yeah, which we got to talk about that too. But I think, like, it's got to be either Houston, because I really just want to know what team it is. I think it's either Houston or one of the LA teams that tried to trade for him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if we just look at here, teams with 10+ cap room, we got Hawks, Nets, Chicago, Mavericks, Lakers, Philadelphia, and the Suns. Out of all these teams, I could potentially see just LA and Philly trying to get LeBron.
But that's not counting, like, if the team got rid of a bunch of cap space in the trade. Like, I think Houston honestly would do it if they could. Like, they put in, like, I don't know why they would do this, but like Trevor Ariza.
The only thing if you do that trade, though, is that you kind of get rid of your shooters. Because obviously you're going to want some value in return for LeBron. I'm pretty sure you're going to probably be taking Eric Gordon, probably taking Trevor Ariza, and maybe another sharpshooter.
I would honestly say it's probably Capella. Honestly, that's the only way they could do that. Which, if you're Houston, why? Why would you do that? But I don't know. I've heard that rumor floating around there. Mm-hmm. Those 3 guys for LeBron. But we'll see. Like, he's definitely not getting traded. There's a 0% chance he gets traded. I mean, he even came out and said, I don't want to be traded. But what do you think his motivation is? Do you think it's just to see what free agency is like?
I think it's just to see what free agency is like, and it's also kind of to recreate the scene of the first time LeBron left after the Game 6 NBA final, or not, Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics, when he just took off his jersey and took his talent somewhere else. I think it's kind of recreating the scene, but at a much earlier rate than what it used to be. I just think he's fed up with the organization because there's been rumors that people have overheard Dan Gilbert say, I've already won my title. I don't need anything else. So that kind of goes to show you that the speculation, the rumors that Dan Gilbert was just happy with one title just goes to show you that he doesn't really care about anything else other than, 1, making a profit on his basketball team, and 2, that as soon as he got what he needed from LeBron, he just used him and then just kind of said, yeah, we're not helping you anymore.
Side chick. LeBron. Dan Gilbert, side chick is LeBron. I also wonder if it's LeBron, like, being uber prideful. You know, he's like, I don't want to go out like that. Like, I don't want to go out with all the turmoil. Like, I'd rather stick it out for the city of Cleveland and then move on when it's my decision to do it. Like, it seems like something he would do, you know?
Yeah, it just kind of sucks to see what's going on in Cleveland right now after what we've talked about as probably bringing a lot more attention to the NBA since these teams, the Warriors and the Cavs, have met so many times in the NBA Finals. It brought a lot of new viewers in there, especially that season where the Cavs won that year. It really brought in a lot of people to kind of watch the NBA, and we're like, oh, wow, the numbers have really boomed, and we saw record numbers of people watching the NBA Finals that year. And it just kind of goes to show you that it just sucks to see that Dan Gilbert is kind of ruining this experience for not only the Cavs, but for NBA fans, for the whole league, just because he is done winning titles because he's already won one. I mean, he's like that dude that's just like, you know what, I've already won one. Why even try to get another one?
Well, his friendship, rumored friendship with Isaiah Thomas is the perfect, you know, example of why he's not a good owner. Like, he's friends with a guy who's brought nothing but badness to the city and to the team. So, I don't know. If I was LeBron, like, there's no chance he stays there, you know?
No, I don't think so. Not only that, it's just the fact that if LeBron leaves, then I don't see how any value. I mean, they're going to lose value. Obviously, they're still going to be worth like $1 billion, but it's not going to be where it once was, like the year after the title, or even the year they got kind of gentleman swept by the Golden State Warriors. It's going to lower the value a lot.
Yeah.
And if Dan Gilbert ever wants to sell, if LeBron's not there, the whole economic system in Cleveland is based around the Q and how LeBron does. And like when LeBron's there, there's so much business coming on in that area. And now that if LeBron does leave, that area is probably just going to be empty now.
Mm-hmm. They need to figure something out because, you know, Cleveland, Dan Gilbert, there's not a lot of money in the city, you know, like you said, besides LeBron and what he brings to that city. So, I mean, just look at their football team, you know, 0-16.
0-16.
Let's move on, Bernie.
All right, let's move on.
We don't want to make this the LeBron cast.